So, good afternoon, everybody. So in the last class, what we have studied that I am explaining you, we have studied the polymerization process. Polymerization means formation of polymers by joining of single monomers to each other. They are bivalent or more multivalent. So, the bonding of the monomer takes place either from both sides or from many sides, two or three sides or more than two sides. When bonding will be takes place in that way, one monomer will be attached to another monomer to form either the chain or cross-linked polymers. When chain is formed, that process of polymerization is addition polymerization. Remember, that process is addition polymerization. And when cross-linking of the monomers takes place, it forms cross-linked polymer, and that process is called as condensation polymerization. Addition polymerization gives thermoplast, and condensation polymerization gives thermosets. Thermoplasts are also called as thermoplastic. Thermosets are also called as thermosetting plastic. So what is difference between thermoplast and thermosets? That very well we have studied in the earlier class, in maybe first or second class. Now, so this is one of the point of difference in thermoplast and thermoset. Thermoplasts are produced by addition polymerization and thermosets are produced by condensation polymerization. Addition polymerization types are there. This copolymerization, chain type polymerization, homopolymerization, then graph type polymerization, etc., block type polymerization. So forming the chain of MMMM means single unit or alternative MNMN in that way. That also I have dictated in the previous class. And in condensation polymerization, it gives one product, byproduct like H2O. That's why condensation word is used. And then it formed, we have taken the example of benzoic acid and ethanol to form the ethyl benzonate and water. So today we are going to see the applications of plastics along with its chemical name. You might have heard these names earlier. Now you will get the relevance of this. Very interesting. There are 10 to 15 names and you have to remember it. There is no option. Understand and remember. So don't mug anything by without understanding. Blind mugging is of no use. Okay? Understand it and then you have to remember these chemical names because these are lengthy names. So one by one we are going to see. I am going to explain, and better way you write from the blackboard itself. If it is not visible, please tell me and I will explain you. No doubt I am going to dictate also. Better way to go on taking from the blackboard to the notebook. Today I will put the link of chapter number 1 notes. You will get by today. You contact your class coordinator. He will provide the link to you. I am going to upload the notes today for chapter number 1. Applications of plastic. So what are the various applications of plastic based on its chemical name? Start one by one. First, write down polyester. Actually, it is polyester, but we are pronouncing it as a polyester. It is polyester, P-O-L-Y, polyester, but we are pronouncing as a polyester, P-E. Remember this, P-E, polyester. So, can anybody tell where you have heard this polyester word? Regarding which application? General knowledge question. This is question of general knowledge. Tell anybody. In which application polyester is used? Who will tell? Akshay Sathe. Roll number 53. Please talk. Otherwise, there will be one-way teaching from my side. And you will go on keeping your mobile mute. Akshay Sathe, roll number 53. Am I audible to you, Mr. Akshay Sathe? Okay. Pranay Surve, roll number 81, Pranay. Pranay Surve. Where you have heard this word of polyester? Tell me. Polyester. Who will tell willingly? Who will tell willingly? Somebody put in chat box. In 12th. Arey Baba, I'm not asking the duration where you heard. Where you have, means which area you have heard this word polyester?
In
Sir,
clothes.
in clothes and blankets.
Polyester is related to the clothes. Okay. Fibers, textile industries. So that is actually plastic based material. I hope you are understanding what I want to tell you. So first is polyester PE. Actually it is polyester, but we are saying as a polyester. Then you can write down fibers, textiles, fibers used in textile industries. Fibers used in textile industry. Then second write down polyethylene terephthalate. What a long spelling. How to pronounce? Polyethylene terephthalate. Polyethylene terephthalate. PET. Polyethylene terephthalate. You can break this from here so that you can pronounce it correctly. Polyethylene terephthalate. PET. It is used in carbonated drinking bottles. So whatever carbonated drinking bottle means your Pepsi Cola, then Thumbs Up and other drinks. Wherever that plastic bottles are used, these are polyethylene terephthalate. I repeat, carbonated drinks bottle means this Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Thumbs Up and other bottles are there, which are made up of plastic. These are polyethylene terephthalate. Then peanut jars. So you can, in the grocery shops, whatever jars are used, these jars are made up of this PET plastic, polyethylene terephthalate. Butter jar. If you go in grocery shop, you will observe number of jars where the peanuts and other parts, other groceries stored at the same time used for butter and other applications. Then polyethylene. Third. Actually, this is PS, polyester, and this is polyethylene, PE. Make some correction. Polyester is PS and polyethylene is PE. We can use this PES better way. Polyester, PES. Polyester is PES. Polyethylene is PE. Why I am giving stress? Because in many cases you may observe only short forms. This is made up of PES. This is made up of PE. So you should remember what is PE. PE is polyethylene. You are very well known about this word. We are not saying polyethylene, but we are saying polythene. Short pronunciation. We are just hiding the word ET during the pronunciation. So we are pronouncing polythene bags. Carry bags, your polythene bags. That is polyethylene. Let's write down. Wide range of inexpensive market bags and plastic bottles. So this kind of bottle or carry bags. Now currently it is not with me. I would have been sure you have seen polyethylene bags. PE. You have to remember this as well as this application. I am not writing here, but I am dictating to you. You should remember polyester, that is fibers in textile industries. Polyethylene terephthalate. This is used for making the carbonated drink bottles and peanut jars. Then polyethylene is used for large variety of market bags and plastic bottles. Then fourth one, HDPE, high density polyethylene. HDPE, low density polyethylene. LDPE, when fortunately, I am saying, fortunately, if we will get opportunity to visit the industry, uh, because of this corona cases and pandemic situation, if it will be neutral and we will get opportunity in the last month, then you will see industry people are only pronouncing. So this is the material made up of HDP, this is the material made up of LDP. They don't know long form. As an engineer and as a student of which you have selected free elective, you should know the long forms. High density polyethylene, low density polyethylene. These are used for making molded plastic cases and detergent bottles. Detergent bottles, Harpics and other bottles, they are made up of this. As per my knowledge, I have heard from industry people, this HDPE is also used for pipes, drainage pipes. Nowadays, you might have seen earlier drainage pipes were made up of these cement, but large capacity, maybe 1 feet to 2 feet diameter pipes are made up of HDPE, high density, low density polyethylene. So you can write drainage pipes, detergent bottles, and molded plastic cases. Drainage pipe, detergent bottles, and molded plastic cases. Okay. Now one famous plastic, PVC. What is long form of PVC? Anybody can tell? Polyvinyl chloride. Long form of PVC is polyvinyl chloride. So this polyvinyl chloride is one of the most used plastics. PVC is one of the most used plastics, and where it is not used, everywhere surrounding to you, you are observing PVC parts. PVC is used for making number of components starting from pipes. First, it was launched for making the pipes and pipe joints, elbows, T's, and other parts. Apart from that, PVC is also used for making the toys and other parts. So food packaging and other parts, drinking straws, then car bumpers, then bottle caps. Number of number of applications of polyvinyl chloride. Write down plumbing pipes, window frames, then curtains, then floorings, flooring carpets. Then one more advancement in PVC is PVDC, polyvinylidene chloride. Polyvinylidene chloride, PVDC, polyvinylidene chloride, PVDC, used for food packaging, then bottle caps, car bumpers, etc. So I repeat this before I erase. So polyester, PES, polyesters are fibers. Okay. Then polyethylene terephthalate, PET, carbonated drinking bottles, jars. Polyethylene used for bags. High density polyethylene, low density polyethylene for the molded plastic parts as well as pipes and other components. Polyvinyl chloride and polyvinylidene chloride used for making the best application is plumbing pipes and plumbing joints along with car bumpers and other applications. Next one is polystyrene. I hope you have written this. May I erase this? Next one. Polyester is different. Polystyrene is different. Polystyrene. Food containers, foams, packaging foams. So you have seen thermocol. So thermocol is different, and like thermocol, some plastic type thermocol you are observing, that is polystyrene. Polystyrene. Then plastic tableware, disposable cups, etc. Refrigerator liners and food packets are also used by polystyrene. Refrigerator liners and food packets. Next one is polyamide. PA. Polyamide. Polyamide's best application is your toothbrush bristles. Whatever brushes you are using in maybe toothbrush, maybe other brushes where they are used for cleaning of the basins and other parts and clothes. Whatever that bristles are used, म्हणजे धागे त्याचे, they are used by or they are made by polyamides. This is the best application of polyamides, right? Toothbrush bristles, fibers, and low strength machine parts. And now the most important is ABS plastic. ABS. Write down the long form. Acrylonitrile, butadiene styrene. Acrylonitrile, butadiene styrene. ABS plastic, the best application is electronic components. Nowadays in electronics, 90% parts are made up of plastic, more than 90%. That is ABS plastic. Best application, electronic equipments such as computer bodies, monitors, keyboards, printers, and drainage pipes, etc. ABS plastic best application is computer bodies, keyboards, printers, etc. Then next one is polycarbonate. PC. Short forms you have to remember. Why I am telling this? Because MCQs are based on this. So this is the bit where more chances are there for asking the MCQs. XYZ component is made up of so and so plastic. So only this polystyrene, polyamide, everything is looking like same. That's why you have to remember well. Majority chances are there. You will get your MCQs on based on this. Polycarbonates. Best application of polycarbonate is your CDs, compact disc CD drives, CDs. Eyeglasses. I already told. Even you are using the specs, that specs, it may not be glass. It is a plastic. So which is that plastic? Eyeglasses I told. That is polycarbonate. Looking like a glass, but it is actually plastic. Polycarbonate. Then traffic lights and lenses. Traffic lights and lenses. And if you combine with ABS, if you combine these both, it will be polycarbonate ABS plastic. So it will be polycarbonate acrylonitride butadiene styrene. Polycarbonate acrylonitride butadiene styrene. This is giving good quality and it combines the quality of both and used. Write down the mixture of PC and ABS. The mixture of PC and ABS creates strong plastic used in mobile phone bodies and car interiors. So whatever mobile handset you are using, that is mixture of polycarbonate and ABS. Only ABS is used for keyboards, mouse and other things. Polycarbonate, I told, it is used for compact disc, CDs, glasses. And combination of this is used, that is polycarbonate ABS, is used for your mobile phone body parts and car interior parts. That's why your mobile is so beautiful, transparent, and it forms the combination of ABS and polycarbonate applications of both. Next one, polyurethane. Polyurethane. PU. Yes, it is PU. Polyurethane best application is foams. Your foams are made by polyurethane. Cushions, thermal insulating foams and similar applications. So wherever there is a requirement of thermal insulation, wherever there are cushioning foams used in maybe seats, chairs, vehicle seats and other furnitures, that all cushions are made up of polyurethane. So cushioning foams, then thermal insulating foams, and similar applications. Now, next line, there are 2-3 more parts which are used for special purpose. Special purpose applications. Special purpose applications. Melamine formaldehyde, MF. Melamine formaldehyde. It is used for molding of ceramic cups, plates, bowls, and decorated top surface layer of paper laminates. So your cups, plates, bowls are made up of MF plastic, that is melamine formaldehyde. Then phenol formaldehyde. It is pH. These are used for making thermal insulating foams because they are heat resistant and excellent fire resistant. You can write phenol formaldehydes are heat resistant and fire resistant. That's why these formaldehydes are used for making your sockets, electronic components. So whatever sockets and buttons are there, they are made up of bakelite, that is phenol formaldehyde. So that is shock proof, electrical and fire resistant. That's why it is used there. And for your kind information, it is made up of this is thermosetting. It can't be reused. So you have to scratch it and use for other purpose. But it is having excellent resistance to fire and shock. That's why these plastics are used for making your electronic switches, buttons, and similar components. Thermal insulating foams also. Used for thermal insulating foams. Polyepoxide. It is also called as epoxy resin. Anybody working on composite material project, so whatever epoxies are used, these epoxies are nothing but these polyepoxies used as a matrix material, base material for composite material. It is used as an adhesive and matrix for composite material. It is used as an adhesive and matrix for composite material. So I repeat what we have studied. Please turn the pages and check all applications. Just I will read for your information whether you should not miss any of this. Polyester, PEs, that is fibers. Then polyethylene terephthalate, used for carbonated drinking bottles and peanut jars and butter jars. Then polyethylene is used for making the bags and similar applications. Then high density polyethylene, low density polyethylene. Then we have seen PVC. PVC is best application is plumbing joints and other parts. Then polyvinylidene chloride, PVDC. Then polystyrene, used for packaging foams and disposable cups. Then polyamides. Polyamides are used for making toothbrush bristles and similar applications. Then ABS plastic. ABS plastic is acrylonitrile butadiene styrene used for making keyboards, mouse, computer bodies, and other applications, may be used for pipes also. Then after this ABS plastic, next one was polycarbonate. Polycarbonate is used for making the CDs and glasses and similar applications. And combination of this PC and ABS is used for making mobile phone bodies and car interior parts. And polyurethane is used for making the foams, cushions. Then special types of applications we have studied: melamine formaldehyde. This is used for making the molding of ceramic cups and bowls. Then surface layer of paper laminate. Then phenol formaldehyde, PH. This is used as an insulating material and in electronic applications for making the switches and similar parts. And then polyepoxide, that is epoxy, used as a base for composite material, as an adhesive for composite material. So these are the applications of plastic, and you have to remember it with its end use. End use, that is product, application and product. There are n number of applications, n number of sub parts are also there. If you check, I have taken 15, around 15, but there may be more than 50. So these are some important which we are using in day-to-day life. That's why you have to remember 5 to 6 minimum if short note may be asked, or you have to remember all for writing the MCQs, objective type of questions. So this is as far as applications of plastics are concerned. And now last bit of this chapter, which is very general, that is testing of plastic. Which type of testings are carried out on the plastic? I hope you understand the applications. Is there any doubt, you can ask me, otherwise I will go to next part. Now this is very general bit which you can write short note easily based on the subject metallurgy which you have studied in last year. Testing of plastic. There are different types of testings carried out on the plastic. So which are these tests? Temperature test. Means what? So it is checked at higher temperature whether it can maintain its strength or whether it is get deformed. Okay, so that is, these all tests are for checking the stability of the part. All tests are carried out for checking the stability of part. So this is temperature test. Second one is chemical test. Chemical test means what? These plastic parts are dipped into some of the chemical, or the parts made up of plastic are filled with some of the chemical, and it is checked whether it is sustaining that high strength or high capacity, high power, we can say, chemicals, so that if that plastic will sustain and it will not get dissolved in that high power chemicals, we can say that this is okay for so and so chemical. Chemical test is passed for the plastic. Or otherwise, if you dip your plastic component in some of the strong chemicals and that strong chemical will not make any reaction on that plastic, you can say that this plastic is passed in chemical test. Then electrical properties test. In true sense, whether it is bad conductor of electricity, can it be shock proof? Shock means electric shock. So that tests are carried out in the electric test. And then quality control test. Test made for checking all types of qualities. And fifth one is very important test, mechanical test. Mechanical test. So here actual testing is carried out for checking the strength of the component. Which are the destructive testings studied by you in the metallurgy. Recall these memories. Mechanical testing, chapter number 5 was there. Destructive testing and non-destructive testing. Out of these, some important destructive testings are carried out on it. Out of which 3 important testings which I will explain. First one is impact test. Impact test means you have studied impact test. So Charpy and Izod impact test. Charpy and Izod impact test, are you remembering? This component is there. This component was hit by the hammer and it was braked by impact of the hammer and it break into pieces. There were 2 types of tests for metallic parts, Charpy test and Izod test. Same tests are applicable to plastic components also. Only the values of these MGH are different. So if you are preparing bottle, whether it is necessary to carry out impact test, logical. This is interview question, friends. So if some interviewer will ask you, so which are the different tests carried out on plastic? And you may say list of tensile test, impact test. And if he will tell you product, plastic bottle. So where is question of impact? That test should be for different purposes. Maybe any of the above test. There is no any impact made on the bottle. Bottle is not made for, it will not come across any impact. Yes, you can check its compression strength. Are you getting? So impact test means some of the plastic component where there are which is fitted in some of the mechanism and there are certain chances of impact on it. And if due to this impact, whether it will be break into pieces. That test is carried out by checking the Charpy and Izod test setup. So in this short note may be asked, what is impact test? Energy absorption capacity. What is the aim of impact test? To check the toughness. To check the toughness. What is the definition of toughness? Energy absorbed prior to fracture. What is the definition of toughness? Energy absorbed prior to fracture. Means how much capacity of, what is the capacity of that plastic material to absorb the energy. If it is having more capacity, means more toughness. It will not break easily. So in this way, this impact testing may be carried out. You can write 5-6 lines. What are the outcomes expected in the impact test? Tensile test, compression test, tensile test is used for your kind. You have seen UTM, Universal Testing Machine, in 3rd year. Okay, in UTM, metallic component was fitted and then later on it was elongated in this way. Okay, on UTM we have seen. For your kind information, let me tell that UTMs are available in variety of ranges. What UTM, what experiment I taught you during 3rd year. So there are 2 machines currently available in our college. One is 100-ton capacity and another is 40-ton capacity. So whether that machine is used for plastic check, no, plastic strength is so less than metallic part, that is steel. So there are, if you go in some of the testing industry, for example, Praj Industries in Pune. So there are number of small UTMs where you can carry out tensile testing of thread. Dora असतो ना, दोऱ्याची tensile testing. You can carry out tensile testing of thread. So that thread you can't put on our UTM, 40-ton or 100-ton capacity. So capacities of UTM may be from 1 kg to 1 lakh kg. Okay. So that UTMs, where as per the capacity of plastic, that UTMs are used and it's a tensile test, its compression test is carried out. So small UTMs are available in different industries where they are providing the testing facilities. Some of our alumni are working in that Praj industry at some big position. Okay, you can go and visit if you want. Then next one is flexural test. It is nothing but bending test. simply supported part. So in this way, part is hold on two supports and then load is applied. So how much maximum load it can sustain before complete bending? If it will regain to its original position, we can say that it is under elastic behavior, but it will not come. It will form the crack. Then up to formation of that crack and up to final deformation level, you have to bend, you have to apply the force, and then capacity of that plastic for flexural testing means it is nothing but one kind of bending test. And its strength for bending is measured. So short note, if it is asked, if exam will be offline, then short note may be asked, explain the different tests available for plastic. That short note may be asked for 4 marks. You have to write in general what are the different tests available for the plastic, and you have to explain this in 3-4 lines. Okay, this is all about testing of the plastic. These are number of tests carried out for testing. And see, apart from this leakage test, if the part is like bottle or if container you are manufacturing, for example, overhead water tank made by rotational molding. So such components are specially and separately tested for leak proof test. Means water is filled and it will be checked whether some leakage is there from there or not. That is product oriented, that is application oriented. In general, these are the tests which are carried out for almost all types of plastic products. So friends, this is all about testing of the plastic. And what we have covered today we have covered applications of the plastic and testing of the plastic. This is the end of unit number 1. Okay, just 1 minute. So as far as this unit is concerned, we have started with the bit of what is meaning of plastic, then types of plastic, properties of plastic. I am taking the review. So what is meaning of plastic? Plastic is one of the organic material. Then we have seen the types of plastic. There are 2 types of plastic. One is thermoplast, another is a thermoset. Then difference between thermoplast and thermoset. Thermoplasts are produced by addition polymerization. Thermosets are produced by condensation polymerization. Then we have seen properties of plastic, how it is low density and good strength, how you can replace it for materials like wood and metal, how it can perform well in place of other materials. Then we have seen additives in the plastic. Additives means the elements which are added in the plastic for improvement of the properties, starting from plasticizers, flame retarders, colorants, fillers, stabilizers, etc., etc., which gives extra strength to the plastic, depends upon the requirement. So some of the colorants are added in the plastic for good aesthetic look. Some of the stabilizers are added to maintain the stability. Some of the flame retarders are added for avoiding catching of the flame. Some of the fillers are added for just saving the cost. Then we have studied different types of polymerizations. What is monomer and what is polymer? How different polymers are produced by 2 methods, that is addition polymerization and condensation polymerization. And after polymerization, we have studied the applications of plastic, starting from polyethylene, polyester, polyethylene, PVC, ABS plastic, PC, PU, PES, PE, then phenol formaldehyde, PH, then MF, melamine formaldehyde, then epoxy, etc., etc. And then last part which we have covered, that is testing of plastic. So this is the end of unit number 1. You will, I hope you have written it well in your notebook. It will be better if you maintain the separate notebook for it. You are going to face the external oral for this subject. If the exam will be offline, all these things will help you. And you no doubt you may get note, but don't just depend upon these notes, ready-made notes. You should also write in the notebook, which will be helpful to you for getting more and more knowledge during your study. And already I told the names of the books for study. So apart from it, one Nike book is there, and that set it is available in your book bank. Nike, Naik. So that also you can collect from the library. You can come to college during offline classes and you can collect. I request those who are from nearby places, please visit. We are going to conduct the practicals. So practicals includes the design of the dies and other things. Otherwise, you will miss that. And after studying plastic engineering, you don't know what is die design, which is added in the practical syllabus. So that's why my request is that you please visit for the offline classes. Then you can, those who are from nearby places, those who can travel 10 kilometer, 20 kilometer, for them we have made the provision. Those who are not able to attend, unfortunately, you can collect this material from your friends. Okay, so this is from my end for today's class. Okay, and 1 minute.